Hello and welcome back to the Gourmet Prepper. Hey, we were going to do a little bit more today on lime juice. You might remember back in the last couple of videos where we had dehydrated some limes and some lemons, and we made this awesome dill lemon citrus seafood seasoning. Really turned out super good, right? So we're going to do a little bit more with lime juice today and just kind of think about a couple of fast recipes for this that'll satisfy our culinary side, and on the medicinal side, maybe not so medicinal, but definitely for house cleaning. So again, out of our trusty dehydrator, we have all these lime preparations going here. We're going to talk a little bit about each of these today, but let's talk about that honey lime immunity shot. So I got my water going here. Just filled up my my coffee cup from this morning, and we're going to take two tablespoons of this lime juice. See, that's a teaspoon, so just put a bunch in there because I like lime juice. And then we're going to take some honey and put that honey in there. I wish I could say that this honey came from my bees, but it didn't. So I got a nice teaspoonful of it going in our water with our couple tablespoons of lime juice. Now we could throw some ginger in there or some, say, cayenne pepper, and stir and dissolve this up, and it'll make a nice immunity shot for us. To your health, Nostrovia. Actually, that's pretty good. Even though I didn't rinse out my coffee cup, it's still pretty good. So with lime juice, has lots of different medicinal type of uses and some practical stuff here. I took some notes. So while I couldn't find any official daily requirement that you should have, some practical guidance says that, the juice of about a medium lime, 1 to 2 tablespoons, right? Twice a day with meals, will provide you about 20 to 40% of your daily recommended dosage of vitamin C. Vitamin C, we know that's good for us. With lime juice, there's antioxidants, supports immunity, reduces inflammation. I know this personally because I take this stuff daily. In fact, when I was working outside the home, I used to put about a tablespoon of lime juice in my water at work because it was city water. For those of you that have your own wells, you know the difference between well water and city water, right? Okay, so I used to put it into city water just to make it tolerable. But it says here that it may reduce inflammation. I'm telling you it does because it does for me. The citrus citrate that's in it, or citrate that's in it, can help prevent kidney stones. If you've ever had a kidney stone, you don't want another one. Had 2 of those, and I didn't want the first one. So lime juice may help with gout. If you've ever had gout, you don't want that again. All the ladies that are watching this are going, oh, come on, guys. It's not like childbirth. Yeah, it is. Gout is about as bad as the man flu, just in case. So it lowers uric acid levels. Again, one of the important things, I guess I should say, on my channel here is that none of this is to suggest that it should be a replacement for prescription medicine from your doctor. However, you just go where you want with that, right? So back to the practical culinary uses. So for me, squeeze lime over fish or tacos, roasted veggies, anything just to kind of give it that little extra that little extra bump, right? That little something that we're kind of looking for in these foods. You can whisk with oil, salt, other aromatics like garlic and cumin, or even chili to make a dressing or a marinade. Baking and sweets, right? Curds, bars, sorbets, balance the sweetness with a nice, fresh, acidic pop. I think that's what we're looking for. Back to my honey immunity shot. I still got a couple sips of this left. It's wonderful. Well, we can make lime vinaigrette with this. Lots of cool stuff. So the second thing I wanted to talk about is making like a disinfectant spray. Okay, so out of our dehydrator, I don't know if you can see this very well, but we just took a bunch of the lime peels after we put them in our juicer and dehydrated them. Then we put them in the jar, and then we filled the jar with isopropyl alcohol. So the official recipe called for a half a cup of dehydrated lime peels and 1.5 cups of isopropyl alcohol, which would be anywhere between 70 and 91%, or vodka, 80 proof or better. Some people go out and buy Everclear, any of that kind of stuff, and you can add an additional or an optional teaspoon of white vinegar for degreasing. So again, add the dehydrated lime peels into your jar, pour the alcohol over them, and then let them sit there for about 3 to 5 days, and that'll extract the lime oils. So that's what I'm gonna do after this video. Is I'm gonna take it out of the jar and I'm just gonna put it in a like a spray bottle and just leave that out on my counter for whenever I need to clean the counters after dehydrating or processing some goodies, right? One thing I guess what I understand is that you don't want to use it on granite if you have granite tops, because the alcohol and the lime will etch or could etch your granite tops. Now, here's an important thing. Isopropyl alcohol is not the same as ethyl alcohol. There's a chemical difference between the two. This one, ethyl alcohol, you can find in beverages. I guess it's safe for consumption, although I sure as heck wouldn't drink it. This is petroleum derived and is poisonous, so don't drink it. I didn't know that until I did some research for this video. So both alcohols are very effective disinfectants. Ethanol is gentler on skin than isopropyl because the isopropyl, I think, evaporates faster. Both work at concentrations about 60 to 80%. I guess it's kind of one of those. Just make sure that you're watching what you're doing. One is, they're not the same. So in that sense, what we're going to do a little bit here is I'm going to take that alcohol and I'm just going to pour it right into my bottle. So hang on one second. Okay, and so here we are. Get that poured right in there. Yeah, oh my goodness, I'm pouring it all over the counter too. Well, my counter is going to be nice and lime smelling and super disinfected. Well, at least in that spot. These, oh, they're horrible. But these, I think what we're going to do with these is probably just discard them. I don't think I'm going to put that in my compost. So I'll probably just discard them, and unless I can find a different use for that. And here we go. Disinfectant. So thank you again for watching the Gourmet Prepper here. Give this video a like. Please subscribe. Send it to your buddies. We're a new channel, so let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, and we'll certainly get that out. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day today.